New York rapper from the Bronx, David Mosley, 26 years old, pictured here, sacrifices a domesticated feral cat that he took in as a stray, and he adopted it and showed the little bit of fans that he had on social media that he was doing a good thing, had demonic plans all along. That's right, this dude, David Mosley, who also goes by the rap name, let me get this right, Church of Ububal. That's right. This dude's rap name is Church of Ububal. If you want to know exactly what Ububal is, that's the first thing that I asked myself when I saw this case. I said, what in the world is Ububal? And I said, man, that must be some kind of demonic Indian god or some kind of Russian pagan god. I didn't know who Ububal was. But then when I looked it up, Ububal is simply La Boo Boo spelled backwards. If you don't know what La Boo Boo is, well, here is a picture of a La Boo Boo. There was this big thing going around with these La Boo Boo dolls. People were saying that the La Boo Boo dolls were creepy, and the La Boo Boo dolls gave them the heebie-jeebies, and they didn't want them in their houses. And then other people were defending the La Boo Boo dolls, saying they just cute little mischievous creatures. Well, when you take anything that's mischievous, mischievous usually means trouble, and not in a good way. Listen, I don't want nothing to do with no La Boo Boo doll. But apparently this dude, David Mosley from the Bronx, was so desperate for fame. He's a self-proclaimed rapper. I looked him up to see what rap songs he did, and I could not find one single rap song from this dude, so I have no clue what. Listen, everybody's a rapper until, it comes to selling albums. Then there ain't no rapper because it's hard to sell albums. You could be a rapper. You could rap. You could rap to yourself in the mirror every day. That technically, I guess, makes you a rapper. But everybody wants to be a rapper. But when they realize how hard it is to sell an album or get somebody to buy your single on Bandcamp or iTunes, then it's a different story. So this dude, David Mosley, who we're going to call David Mosley, because I think I'm not going to sit here keep saying Church of Ububal. That first and foremost, I ain't invoking the rights of no demons around me. I reject the Church of Ububal, because here's the thing. Before we get too far into this dude literally took the life of a stray cat. He sacrificed it to Satan on live social media post. And he said that he did it so he can get people to show up at his concert. And when nobody showed up at his concert, he said he was going to do another cat in for Halloween to make it big, to make sure. He said, y'all better show up because now I'm going to sacrifice another cat. That's evil, man. When you go around sacrificing cats. I don't know how inmates get down in New York, but I can guarantee you in Louisiana on the prison yards that I've been on, if you was to mess with one of them cats on that prison yard, them dudes were going to bang you up. They not going to let you mess with no cats that's doing time in prison. They're not going to let you mess with no dogs that's walking around that prison. The inmates are going to get you and the officers are going to get you. You better not mess with them animals. This dude got a bad charge. Listen, if you got charges messing with them kids, you got charges messing with them animals. That's two bad charges to have inside a prison. And this dude, David Mosley, gangster rap as he is. I'm going to show y'all some pictures of him. Here's a picture of him right here, flaunting his under gold teeth. I guess that's gold teeth. It looks like he got a bad dental work to me. But he sacrificed this cat, and I'm putting a picture of the cat right there. It's blurred out because you can't show that image on YouTube, but you get the picture. Of course, we have to blur it out. But this poor cat lost its life so this dude can make himself famous. And here's the thing, y'all. After he did this on social media and sacrificed this cat, and here's a picture of him right now. Look in the background. The camera's backwards, just like his name, Church of Ububal, is backwards. The camera's backwards. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but look at the picture. In the back, you see the word Satan. I can't make out the word underneath it, but on the top, it says Satan, and it's backwards. There's something about doing things backwards that invokes demonic spirits. That's what I believe. So, back in the 70s, they were saying when you spin the records backwards, there was subliminal messages. I never spun no record backwards, and I don't do none of that stuff, but that's what the rumors were. And depending on what the message was that you wanted to hear, or how inebriated or how high you were, you might hear some kind of demon speaking through you, through the record being spun backwards, and it's called there's a name for it. I can't think of it. I'll put the name at the bottom right here, but it's crossing my mind. There's a name when you spin records backwards. There's literally terminology for it. But here's the thing. A lot of people might think it sounds crazy, but I don't think it's crazy, man. In the Bible, somewhere it says that the devil is the prince of the air, meaning the air waves, right? And so if the devil is the prince of the air waves, that means he is influencing people through air waves. He's influencing people through sound waves. That means he is using sound to get people to do things like this dude right here did. He thought and then after he did this to this cat, he didn't even sell out the concert. Or he had a rap show staged and performed and ready to go. And he said nobody showed up. And that's why he was going to do the Halloween sacrifice to make more people show up. Man, whatever demon this dude sold his soul to, sold him out, because nobody even showed up to his concert. And the poor cat had to lose its life, sacrificing that poor animal. And listen, you can't go around harming innocent animals. Now this dude is looking at a 2-year sentence, because that's what animal cruelty holds in the state of New York, is 2 years, and he's from the Bronx. The judge who's presiding over the case, she made it clear that the only way that she would take a plea bargain from David Mosley is if he pled guilty and received the maximum punishment allowable by law, which is 2 years in prison. She also said that she thinks it's Judge Lopez, I think her name is. She said that she thinks he also needs to seek mental health treatment. I don't think this dude's crazy. Just because somebody sacrifices a cat don't make them crazy. I think he was in his right mind. I think he was so desperate for followers on YouTube and followers and likes on TikTok and notoriety so he can become a rapper, that he was willing to sell his soul. That's how desperate this dude was. If you get so desperate, you're willing to sell your soul for fame and you sacrifice an innocent animal, then you go to jail. And jail is where things change, because he's going to prison. If you're from New York, share in the comments, how does New York get down with people who got charges for hurting innocent animals? Down here in Louisiana, I'm telling you, I was on yards where there were cats, and no inmate dare mess with them cats. There was one instance where a dude plucked the cat, and another dude said, "Say, but you pluck that cat again, bruh, I'm gonna do you something, man. Don't pluck that cat." And this dude, a couple days passed by, the same dude who told the dude not to pluck the cat, he saw the dude pluck the cat again. And the dude just walked up to him and punched him clean in his face and broke all his jaw and nose. Dude was kicking in convulsions. And the dude stood on top and said, "I told you don't pluck that cat." Of course, he went to the hole, lost good time, got rolled up and punishment and whatever, kangaroo court, the system. But this dude, David Mosley, when he gets to prison, you can't tell me, I don't care how gangster you think you are with your slugs at the bottom of your grill. If you think you're going to go to prison and stunt like you did something hard and you just were taking innocent animals' lives like a punk and a coward, because it takes a punk and a coward to hurt an innocent cat. Don't you know that cats are the mascot of the internet? Yeah, that's right. Cats, domesticated cats, or the internet's mascot. That's what it is. And you gonna go and hurt a cat? David Mosley, you punk. You deserve to get more than 2 years. I wish I had a dummy so I can show you the punishment that I think somebody should get for harming a cat. And I don't think it's too extreme. There gotta be punishments for stupid behavior. Devil worshiping, sacrificing cats so he can sell record albums. Man, listen, you can worship the golden calf. And the golden calf is just an object. But you give that object power over you. He gave the Ububal, which is the Ububal, power over him, and all to sell an album that he ain't never sold. I don't even think the dude actually, I don't know what he sings. If y'all seen in the comments and you seen the Church of Ububal's rap songs, tell me what they are, because I would go listen to them. I just couldn't find none. This dude is he's just a wannabe rapper who was willing to do anything for followers. Don't be like David Mosley. Go look him up. This dude should be exposed all over social media. He shouldn't be selling no albums. And he should pay the consequences for what he did to that innocent cat. And God bless that sweet little kitty that this dude unalived. man, give me a like and subscribe to The Pen and the Shank, where I'm bringing you the most unusual and unique crime and prison stories that are floating out there in the internet. I'm pulling them out of the atmosphere and I'm giving them to you online. Let's get this.